Yo YouTube! This is my video for Wednesday the 3rd of July. I'm going to have to talk a bit louder because it's raining and obviously my windscreen wipers in the rain are going to make it hard to hear. So here are my stats for today. Based on a fuel use price of 14.23 pence per mile, I've driven 433 miles today, 433. I've worked for 14 and a half hours. I've earned gross £324, 324, from 2 CX jobs and 1 non-CX job. I spent £61.62 on fuel, which means my earnings today after fuel have been £262, 262. So let me tell you how today happened. Let's camera straight. So if you've seen yesterday's video, then you'll know that last night I won a job. It's the first time I've got this job through a WhatsApp group, which I'm a member of, and it was, to me, an important job to do properly. So it was picking up at 8:30 from Bristol and dropping off in Stockport. And so I was mindful that I was at the time tramping out outside of Cheltenham, and I did think about getting back out of bed and driving over to Bristol, but I was just far too tired last night to do that. So I set my alarm for 6:30 this morning, set a second alarm for 7 just in case that didn't work, because I did not want to be late for this pickup. It's really important that I didn't do that. I checked the mileage time in the evening. It's 45 minutes, so I thought if I give myself an hour to get there in the morning, it should be enough time. So I got out of my camp bed at 7, got everything packed away, and was on the road for 7:20. And at this point in time, my sat nav said it was going to be an hour to get to the pickup. So I was pretty glad that I did give myself a little extra time rather than rely on the 45 minutes. It was 44 dead miles to get to the pickup, and for this job, it was a small van job. I was offered and pleased to accept £169 for 469 miles loaded. When I looked at the note, it did say that I was allowed to co-load, which I thought was really generous, and I was really grateful for that. So I got myself to the pickup point. I was there at 8:25, picked up a couple of boxes, did photo, put it on the CX, and then at this point I looked for a potential co-load. And there was quite a lot of work from Bristol and a few bits of jobs going from Swindon that was going in the right direction. I was looking for work that was going ideally to Manchester or thereabouts, or to Birmingham or around there, so a decent run. And anything that was not going anywhere in that direction was ignored. And it took a while, but I did get a call and I got a job which was 15 minutes from where I was, 4 miles away from the pickup, and it was for a small van job going from Bristol to Telford. So I got over there and picked that up, and I arrived on site at 10 o'clock. And picked up the item, and then I made my way towards Telford on the M5. I got £95 for this job. I went a bit lower because it was a co-load. It was for 110 loaded miles. but I still got a fair price. I would have liked to have got £100, but I thought take a fiver off, you get a better chance of winning, and that worked in the end. So I had 2 loads on board and made my way to Telford, and I arrived on the site within a couple of hours. I was there for 12 o'clock. I was looking at other potential jobs from Telford up towards Manchester, and a few things. I've been on a few things, but didn't get anything. By the time I'd offloaded my parcel, I decided I would just do the first job directly from that point onwards, rather than trying to get extra money. It paid enough, so I didn't feel I needed to get any more money. So from that point I went to Stockport, and I arrived at the second drop-off at 1:45. I dropped off my 2 parcels there, and then potted it all off, took a photo, and then I just waited outside on the industrial estate for a bit, looking for jobs. And this is where my day came to a grinding halt. So at this point in time, I'd made quite a decent amount of money from that one journey, and it was only 2 o'clock, and I was in a really good area for work. I was looking for jobs that was taking me to the West or East Midlands or East Anglia, and I was bidding on anything that was suitable and ignoring everything else. I was cancelling a lot of jobs. I had a look at my cancelled job list today, the ones I deleted. Must be close to 50 or 60 jobs. So many jobs today. I didn't even bother bidding on. And I bid on loads as well. I was there for an hour and a half and nothing happened. During that time, I even put a bid on a job going from Manchester to Reading, and Reading is nowhere near where I live. It would have been a good 2 hours journey home, dead mining it after that, doing that, and late night as well. And then I also put a bid, even worse, on a job from Manchester to Felixstowe, which would have been great paying. It would have meant I was about an hour and a half away from home in the wrong direction. So in the end, I didn't get even those ones. And towards the end of this time, I was bidding 80p a mile for small van work, and then I went down to 75p a mile, and I still wasn't getting work. So about 3:30, 4:45ish, I made a move to another area, and I moved to where I thought would be better. From the work that was coming out, I went to M17, and M17, which was about 25 minutes away, gave me access to Trafford Park, to M90 was quite close, that was the airport, and also, I didn't know this at the time, but I was pleased to find out that Salford is quite close to there as well. It's about 10 minutes away, the M50, M5 postcodes. And I was again bidding on stuff, and I thought to myself, I'll give myself till 5:30 and then I'll just head home. The problem I had was that home was 3.5 hours away, 148 odd miles away. And I really didn't want to do that. Also, by 4 o'clock I was really quite tired. I really felt like getting back in the bed and having a sleep. But I thought I can't do that. I'm going to miss jobs if I do that. So I stayed there, looking at jobs, bidding on jobs, deleting jobs. And in the end, perseverance did, in the end, come to some fulfilment, fruition. I got a job at 2 minutes to 5, so I've been trying for 3 hours to get a decent job, or any job really, and in the end I got a job which was picking up from Stockport, ironically where I just come from, not the exact same place but close enough. So that was half an hour away, and that was about 11 dead miles away, and it was going 2 drops in Nottingham, and that was kind of from Stockport to Nottingham. It was almost a dead straight line to my house. It's not all the way, it's about 2/3 of the way. So on that job, which was 69 loaded miles, I would usually have bid £80 for that sort of job, so £1 a mile plus a tenner for the extra stop. On this occasion, I just went as low as I could possibly bear. I went down to £60, 60, and I got it I didn't get quickly, I had to wait for a bit, they made me wait for it, but I got it in the end. So that was, I made my way, so that's 2 minutes to 5 I got that job. I made my way to pickup point in Stockport and arrived at 5:30. I've been there before. The guy that loaded me was saying I loaded me before. I recognised him, had a bit of a chat about him, about it. I got his name again, so I'm going to remember it for next time. And I'll try and remember this because that particular place, at that particular time, just have work going in my direction. So I want to try and remember that. So if I get to Stockport for sort of 5 o'clock-ish, that might be worth trying next time I'm in that area. I'm going to try it anyway to remember to try that. Anyway, I got that job loaded up by 5:40 and then made my way to Nottingham. 2 stops. The first stop was NG7. I arrived at 7:45. I was off site by 7:52, and then across town to NG4. I was then on and off that site, all finished by 8:25. Oh, you can hopefully you can see the rainbows in my video. See, I made sure that I was here at the right time, so they were just in front of me as I came to the end of my video. Well, that's, you don't need editing for that, so that's just class. So, there's nothing else I can add to that really. That's the day. I'll give you my stats. The one job was off a WhatsApp group, and the other 2 off CX. Look at that, so look how bright that rainbow is. Wow. So, thank you very much for listening to my video. I'm not working tomorrow, but I am back on Friday. So I hope that whatever you're trying to do, you're successful, however you choose to find that word. And I shall speak to you in 2 days' time. Farewell, friends.